Today I thought I'd do a fun video, something different, but it's something that I've been wanting to film for a while. I'm going to be doing a makeup roast of trends and styles that need to stay in 2020. In all honesty, some of these styles should have ended in 2016, but here we are. I'm so excited about today. A little disclaimer before we start. This is just supposed to be a bit of fun. It's not serious. It's just my opinion. That's my opinion! It's how I feel. If you like doing makeup this way, then go ahead and still do you. No one is judging you. So I guess we'll just dive in. So the first thing is when somebody puts on their foundation and it looks so beautiful. They've got a good base to work with. And then they go and put concealer all over their face. Like they've got these big triangles, they've carved out their cheekbones, they've got a big blob on their forehead. It does look a little bit terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Even I get scared when I see these kind of faces, but like, why are people putting on that much concealer? What are you trying to hide? Your secrets? Oh, tell me. Because they're just, I cannot understand why people put so much concealer on. They put it everywhere and then they blend it out all over their face and then it covers all their foundation. Like, what is the point of foundation, Susan? You just covered it all with concealer. Like, where is the logic? I just don't understand how people put so much product on their face, especially their under eyes. Like, I've tried it. I've really gone and tried these techniques and they do not work for me. They didn't work for me 5 years ago. They don't work for me now. And I just don't understand, because once they go and put all this concealer on, they go in and contour, and the way some people contour, man, is just, why? Now I do this as well, but I don't do it so much to change the shape of my face. I do it more to add the dimension back into my face, because obviously, like, when you put on foundation and concealer, it's going to kind of take some of the character out of your face, so you need to kind of like manipulate it back in, but you don't need to put that much. Some people put all of this contour from the top of the cheekbone down to the lip, and they create this structure which doesn't really suit a woman's face shape, because we already have such feminine features that we don't need to structure our faces like this. The way you're meant to contour is you're supposed to create natural shadows. So like, if you look at the way some people contour, they create thick lines across the cheek that it looks like, and I'm really sorry to say this, a shit stain. Now I get it. That's why people were buying so much toilet paper. They needed to wipe the shit from their ass and their face. It's just too much, you know. It's not just around the edge of the face. Unpopular opinion, nose contour does not look good in person. I said it. Like, I can see those brown stripes on your face. You're not kidding anyone. It's okay to have a nose, okay? I just don't understand. Even the most seasoned artists, I can see it, man. I can see those 2 brown lines on your nose and it doesn't look good. Blend it out a teeny bit more. Just blend it out. Okay, I have to admit that it does look pretty good in photos when you're looking straight from the front. But when they turn their head and you can see 2 brown lines going down their nose, I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, why are people using cutlery to contour their face? This is actual madness. I mean, what if you hold your chopstick wrong and then you end up doing a wonky line on your nose? You might as well draw it freehand and just practice and get better at it like that. But chopsticks? Really? I'm done. I need a break. You know, earlier on today, I spoke to your family and I spoke to all of your friends, and we all decided together that you need to stop contouring your nose. You know, I actually quite like it when you correctly do it. When a professional does it and they correctly bring the dimensions back into your face, it looks so good. But you know, like, you get those people who just like try to copy and paste someone else's makeup onto their face, and it doesn't work like that, man. Another thing that bugs the living out of me is when people use bronzer as a contour. Okay, I get there are some shades like Hoola where you can use both, but generally really warm tone bronzers like with oranges should not be used in your contours, because contours are supposed to be shadows. They're not supposed to be warm. Shadows are meant to be cool. They're meant to have a lot of gray in them. So when you're trying to contour, you want to bring some of those cool gray tones into those areas, and only a teeny bit. Not like a whole face, yeah? I would really appreciate it if you stop using warm tone bronzers in your contour. Stop it. Stop it now. Another thing people, oh my god, another thing people do is they bake. Now baking, I understand, works really nicely on people with oily skin, but you do not need to bake that much. Come on girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? The only reason you need to bake is if you're going to be up on stage for hours and hours like J-Lo, dancing around, sweating it out. That's when you need to bake. You don't need to bake to go to your friend's house and sit on her couch and have wine. You shouldn't even be going to your friend's house right now. We're in lockdown. Beside that, the point is, why are you baking? Like, it just does not look good. It just dries everything up and it just looks so itchy. Like, you know what? When I was filming this, I was so itchy around that bake. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. I was going like this the whole time. I don't know how people do this in public. I don't know how people wear this out. Okay, if you have oily skin, that's a different story, maybe. But for dry girls like me, whoo, no thank you, ma'am. Another thing that actually should have stayed behind in 2015 are Sharpie brows. Why are people still doing this? Why are people still drawing 2 lines and then colouring them in? Am I missing something? And why do people box up the front of their eyebrow to go to Tesco's? Why? I just don't get it. That shape is such a block that it's so hard to mimic it on the other side. And then people end up having 2 wonky brows and it's just like, take it off. 2021, I'm going to be walking around with wipes. And if I see you with Sharpie brows on, I'm going to wipe it off. Along with your contour. Oh my god, this one. For the love of God. I don't know why people feel the need to do a cut crease on every look. There are other ways to do eyeshadow. Smoky eye, wing liner, smoky wing liner, matte shadows, halo eye. You see where I'm going with this? You don't need to put concealer on your eyelids. You don't need to put a whole bunch of gold glitter on your eyelids. You're not getting married every day. It's okay, you can chill out on the glitter. It doesn't matter what your favorite guru is doing. I don't put concealer on my eyelids all the time. In fact, sometimes I just put eyeshadow straight on because I like it when my natural pigmentation comes through. It just gives it a very natural looking kind of shadow rather than a very structured cut crease, contour, whoo, ooh. You know what I mean? Going on from the cut crease, not every look needs a winged liner. Yeah, I said it. What you gonna do? So many brides who I speak to, they tell me, I need to have glitter, I need to have winged liner, I need all of these things, and I just never wear makeup, so how am I gonna make it work? And I always tell them, you don't need to do any of that kind of stuff. There are so many ways to do techniques that give that image without having to do those techniques. You don't need to be creating massive, massive wings like you're about to take off somewhere. I'm not saying some of these things don't look nice because I love a winged liner, but really every look. Also the lashes, oh my gosh, like I've said this so many times before, not every makeup look needs lashes. I'm not even wearing lashes today. These are my natural lashes. I've just put 2 coats of mascara on and it's fine. It looks fine. Like, you can still see them. They're fine. They don't need to be like this. Highlight has to be my biggest pet peeve when it comes to seeing makeup. People go in, they go so in. It's just like Tin Man. You do not need to put that much highlight on. I know some people like it in photos and they Facetune it. Facetune is a big one that people tend to forget about. Highlight looks really nice when you can't tell that there is highlight on your face. It makes your skin glow so beautifully. But I just don't understand why people do it in such weird areas. Like, they will do a strip down their nose in between their nose contour. And again, in photos, it looks so good when people have edited on Facetune. But that's not real life. You can't walk around with this kind of highlight and a little bobble on the end of your nose. It just doesn't work. And then you know what else people do? They do this Cupid's bow situation where it looks like you've got snot coming out of your nose all the way down to your lips and it's trickling along the way. Don't tell me that you've never thought that, because every time I see highlight on the Cupid's bow, it just looks like someone with a runny nose and it is just, oh my god, I hate it so much. I think that's the worst one for me. That's the one I wish that would just get out of here. And lastly, this is something that I do, but I don't do it to this extent, and this is overlining your lips. Girl, I can see what you're doing. If you want bigger lips, don't be afraid to get lip fillers. Like, do what you need to do to get bigger lips. But you know, when you overline your lips too much and it just looks like this, you know, it just doesn't look good at all. We need to pull back on this one. Pull back. That is it, you guys. On top of all of these techniques and all of these trends that people try to follow on Instagram and YouTube, you know, you just have to remember that people are face tuning their pictures and people are editing them to the T. Look at the blooming state of this. I actually really like the colours. I really like the colours. I look like I'm wearing one of those like really dodgy filters. It's just so aggressive. I need to get this off. I actually took a picture of this look at the end of the video and I'm going to put it here, and I'm also going to heavily edit it and I'm going to put it up as well, just so you can see how people edit their faces and how much of a difference it does. I see this all the time with professional makeup artists and it drives me insane because you are technically lying to your audience. This is what I try to educate when people come to me and they're like, I want to look completely natural, but I want to look like Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala. Like, no. Love, that's not how it works. She was not natural. I love the look that she had. I love it to pieces, but it was not natural at all. This is natural, and I try to educate people on what makeup looks like on a real person. Someone without any work done on their face, without any fillers in their face. And I'm not saying that having work done on your face and having fillers is a bad thing. Everyone has their own opinion, but don't compare your face and features to people who have had work done, because it's not the same thing. It's really not the same thing. That is it, guys. Let me know in the comments down below which trends and techniques you cannot stand. We'll keep the roast going on down there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. The button is down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!